What's the word? ZAPSTREAM here. Everyone, hope you are having a great day. Hope you've had or are looking forward to a great weekend. And I wanted to talk to you today about the SCUF controller. Now, I know there are other controllers that are similar to the SCUF controller. And basically, they're the ones that have the paddles underneath, where your three extra fingers just kind of lie doing nothing on a regular default controller that comes with a console. But in particular, we'll just talk about the SCUF controller because that's what the conversation was about, the SCUF controller. And the other day when I was playing the Infinite Warfare beta, and we got into a conversation. I got into a conversation with a few other people, and they were talking about how these guys were playing with their SCUF controllers, and it was cheating. They had the advantage over everything, and then it's just not fair. And they asked me what I thought. I said, well, I don't know. Yeah, I kind of look at it that way. I think it's cheating, since you do have an advantage over something, over other people with just default controllers. So I decided to look up the word cheating and see what it meant. What is it to cheat? And here's what it said. Cheat. Act dishonestly or unfairly in order to gain an advantage, especially in a game or examination. And then it goes off to, like be some other whatever. But that was interesting, though. That was interesting to me because an advantage, okay, an advantage of something to be unfair. Considering that not everyone can afford a SCUF controller, and being that it's just an open game, there is an advantage of those paddles there at the bottom of those controllers. So because it is an advantage, it is unfair because it is unfair to other people that don't have it. Now, if there was a way to make lobbies where it could detect where only people with SCUF controllers could play all together, that would be more of a fair game. Don't you think? At least that's the way I think, and that's the way I look at it. People with normal default controllers can get to play with other people with normal default controllers, and people with SCUF controllers or SCUF-like controllers can play with other people with SCUF-like controllers. Okay, it's simple. Or there could be a lobby where you could just get into it. Who cares, right? Who really cares, right? If you really care about your KD or whatever game you're playing. But that's my point, that it isn't really fair, I don't think. Now, there's a lot of people that say, well, it's not my fault, they don't regulate it and they haven't found it to be unfair as far as like the game console creators, stuff like that. And that's true. I have to admit, I understand that. But if they could, would they regulate it? I think they probably would. For instance, someone said, well, all the professionals are using like MLGs and stuff like that, and they're using it in these game tournaments, these professional game tournaments. They're using them. Those pro players are using the controllers, the SCUF controllers. I said, okay, yeah, that's a good point. It's a good argument. But what if they told one team, all right, you guys, let's flip a coin. You guys get to play with the default console controllers, and the other team gets to play with SCUF controllers. I guarantee you, the team that had to play with the default controllers would automatically be saying, that's unfair. They have an unfair advantage. They wouldn't want to do it. I'm telling you. I mean, there is this other technique where you use a claw and stuff like that, but it doesn't compare to the fast acting quality of the SCUF controller. So, yeah, my conclusion to this, I think, would be that it is an unfair advantage, and because of that, it is considered cheating or a form of cheating. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not against the SCUF controller. I think it's a really good controller. It's well designed, but I think that maybe it should be regulated to where people can play together with other people that have SCUF controllers or SCUF-like controllers, and then other people should be able to be able to play with just default controllers if they can afford them, you know. But it's online, it's the internet. I guess all's fair in love and war. I don't know. That was just my look on it. I'd like to hear from you guys. I'd like to hear what you think. Have you ever used a SCUF controller or a SCUF-like controller? And do you feel like it was an advantage over other players with default controllers? And did it help you? Did it help your KD go up? As far as maybe in a game kind of like a Call of Duty game, because I know a lot of people use them for the Call of Duty games. Did it help you? Do you recommend them to other people? Would you be willing to say, yeah, separate lobbies for people who have those type of controllers and whatnot? Let me know. I'd like to hear from you. And I thank you guys again for listening and watching my video. Thank you for liking my video. And even those that didn't like it, I appreciate you watching it, like I said. And thank you all for subscribing, the ones that have. I'm looking forward to my next video, and I hope you enjoyed this video. ZAPSTREAM out.